the sale of pets, and in particular puppies and dogs, have skyrocketed. Ivan Petersel owns Dog Wizardry, and he's on a mission to change the way people think of dog training. He joins me live now. Hey, Ivan.
Hey, how are you?
Well, I'm very
Thanks for
excited
having
to
me.
talk to you because in a week from now, I'm just about to get a new little puppy. So I'm incredibly interested in what you have to say this morning. Now, you say, you know, people in regards to training their dog, if they have a good dog, why would I need to teach him further? He's already a good dog. You want to change people's mindset. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, well, let's start with you. You said you were getting a dog in about a week or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry my hair is so bad, by the way. So I would say that when you first meet your dog, it's very impactful on the dog. And the first few minutes are very important. I would say most people get dogs for companionship reasons. And I don't know. There's nothing wrong with getting a dog for companionship reasons, but dogs want a companion, they want a guide, they want a coach, and they want a physical and psychological challenge. So if you're ready to give your dog all those things, that would be great. But if you just give a dog love, that's where a lot of my clients call me because they mess up because all they do is give their dogs love and no structure. So
Oh, okay. This is the aha moment. So when you talk about a psychological challenge, what are you referring to there?
there's so many different types of psychological challenges. One simple one, there's a lady named Nina Ottison. She makes all types of really, really cool and amazing dog puzzles that dogs have to figure out to do different things. That would be a psychological challenge. Scent games would be another type of psychological challenge. My favorite personal thing, you probably saw this on the website, is dog weight pulling. This is a dog weight pulling harness. This is called a spreader bar to evenly distribute the weight.
Yes,
But
I have some vision of this. Yes. Wow. Okay, so that's basically pulling a weight behind the dog.
it is. It's a physical and psychological challenge. But at the beginning, you just walk with. I might just put the harness next to the dog. You don't just jump right into it. You work your way up in little baby steps and increments.
So, I mean, I think we have expectations when we get a dog that the dog will listen to us. We are the commander. But how important is it, I guess, to listen to your dog and pick up on what they're telling you as well?
So there's something within dog training called calming signals. And I think it's fascinating. I think every dog owner should learn more about calming signals. It's a way of listening to your dog. I'll give you a quick example. How many people, if they see their dog yawning in a particular way, or blinking their eyes in a particular way, or stretching in a certain way, how many people would know that their dog was communicating with them? Most people actually will say things like, "Oh, you tired? Did you work hard today?" when they see them yawning, but actually it's a calming signal and they're trying to express themselves. And it makes me sad personally that dogs are always talking and very few people are listening.
Interesting. So I guess how do we start to get a little bit more in tune to our dogs? Is it a matter of, you know, education? Do you sit down and watch the YouTube videos? Like, how do you actually get on top of this so you can be implementing these things at home?
Yeah, it depends what type of a learner you are. But I wish I could remember the author's name that came up with the term calming signals. But I would say everybody Google calming signals and get a book. Turid Rugas, that's who came up with it. Everybody get the book and the DVD by Turid Rugas on calming signals. That would be a good way to start as far as education. But even without that, if you have that type of, everybody has the type of ability to be able to listen to their dogs. It's just a matter of accessing that part of yourself.
So what I want to know is about the collars, because I think, you know, there was a time where a lot of people used electronic collars or some sort of thing like that in regards to their training. Where does that all sit now in the scheme of things? And I know there's citronella collars as well. Are they just as bad as electronic collars, or are they actually a better training tool?
How much time do we have right now for me to answer that question?
Well, we've got a couple of minutes. The short version.
Yeah, we don't. There is no short version of this. If you want a short version, the short version is that there's no such thing as inhumane tools. However, there is such a thing as the inhumane use of tools. For example, I'm not a dentist, and if you gave me dentistry tools, I probably would use them in a way that's not humane. But a skilled dentist would use them in a way that is humane. So it's not the tool; it's how you use it. And unfortunately, a lot of people do use electronic collars wrong, and that's a story in and of itself. And
Okay.
I'm not for or against e-collars, but I will say this: anyone that trains a dog with an e-collar is doing it wrong. It's a communication tool that's primarily used as a reinforcement tool for something that the dog already learned through positive reinforcement.
Well, as someone who's about to get a dog next week, as I said, a little 8-week-old puppy, what's one thing I should be really mindful of on the first sort of weekend, that first 48 hours? Give me a good quick tip.
Okay. So, quick tip is I'm available for Zoom calls on my website. Just so you know that I'm not trying to sell you on anything, but I'm just saying I do Zoom calls to other countries all the time. It's no big deal. I would say your first thing is when you meet a dog, share space with them. Don't feel
Uh-huh.
like you have to give them love right away. I would say that when I first meet a dog, my favorite thing to do is not to make them feel like they're my best friend, but for them to feel safe around me and to
Right.
share space around me.
Yes. Okay.
And
Well,
then the
I'm
love and
definitely
all
going to
that kind
be.
of stuff will come later.
I'm going to be very mindful of this, Ivan. So, look, if people want to contact you for these Zoom calls, how can they do that? Do you have a website?
So, yep, just go to my website, dogwizardry.com. Not dog wizard, dog wizardry with an RY at the end.
Amazing. Thanks so much for sharing your insight on this topic. Thanks, Ivan.
Thank you. Good luck with your dog.
Oh, thank you. Ivan Petersall there from Dog Wizardry.